Alright guys, welcome back to Stuff with Cletus News, your automobile and tool YouTube news source. To start things off, we're going to talk a little bit about Stuff with Cletus channel. So, in 2022, we have a few things coming up. In April, about 4 months away now, we have the Volvo build, which is a multi-channel build including all the names linked in the description.
You include Dudes with Wrenches, Monster Rust, Robert's Garage, 113 Cycles, CP the Tool Addict, Big Block 402, Wasted Talent Fabrications, Stuff with Cletus, and there will probably be more.
That will for sure be there, and then there might be some others to pop in here and there. Make sure to check out the links. Some great channels. We'll cover that more as we get closer. But pretty much, we're taking a 6.0 LS engine and we're putting it in a 1996 Volvo wagon, 960 wagon to be exact. That'll be pretty cool. Our merch. Not only we used to have the calendars for sale. I know it's January, so I don't expect to sell a whole lot more of them, but that money's still going towards the Arkansas Food Bank, which raised almost $300 altogether. Big shout out to Bubba Ayers on that one, and then also Rich 350 GT. On that note, merch. Go to swcmerch.com. swcmerch.com. And you can get t-shirts, you can get stickers, you can get hoodies. We could print you out. They'll print you out all kind of stuff there. Now, all of that, if you buy anything there, including t-shirts or anything besides the calendar, all of that money will be going to the Volvo build in April. So if you want to donate, or if you want some Stuff with Cletus merch, go to swcmerch.com. There's also now we're able to take PayPal and Cash App, not just the website to pay for it. And on that note as well, if you would like to send donations, feel free to donate during this video here or right after this. We're going to do a live like we do every Wednesday. Feel to donate there. And then also, PayPal and Cash App link will be in the description as well. All the money will go towards the multi-channel build, and not only my channel, but all the other channels would much appreciate it. We are looking for sponsors, so if you know any sponsors, either for product or monetary or money, we will be glad to speak with them. So send them my way. My email will be in the description as well. And last thing for the channel, our 2022 goal, something we're going to push real hard for, and we need all of you guys' help, is to 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. It can be done. We do need you guys' help. I appreciate everything all of you have done for us. We do have the big build coming up in April. We also have other stuff coming on the channel after the Volvo. We're going to be going to car shows, hopefully Hot Rod Power Tour, some other stuff as well. Make sure to stay tuned. Share, tell your mom, your brother, your sister, your friends, everybody about Stuff with Cletus. And let's get that 5,000 sub goal. Very much appreciated. Speaking of a sub goal, Old Car Guy, or OCG, made his 2021 goal of 10,000 subscribers. Man, that is freaking awesome. Congratulations. And I'm sure most of you guys probably helped him out as well. And I know he appreciates it. Make sure to go over and continue watching his stuff. Much more success for him is planned, I hope. Now we're going to head over to MRG, or Midnight Road Garage, for some updates.
Thanks for the intro, Cletus. You really sold it. Okay, so let's jump right into it. For this week's mega channel pick, I went with Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Now, if you're not familiar with this channel, it chronicles Matt and his team as they rescue stuck vehicles from various locations. In this video, they head up into the snow-covered mountains to rescue a stuck Jeep. As usual, there's tons of awesome drone footage and multiple camera angles to keep you engaged throughout. Next up, we go to the I'm barely monetized category to check out this video.
Barely monetized, Midnight Road? What do you mean by that?
I kind of mean like your channel, Cletus. Over 1,000, under 10,000, monetized, but just barely.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I'm a little slow sometimes.
So next up is a video from KEI Fabrications. Now, they just hit 1,000 subscribers right before Christmas. So congratulations, KEI, on that awesome Christmas present. Everyone go check out this video. It's their year-end review and what they've got coming up for 2022. So don't miss it. Now, our final video of the week, of course, comes from a channel with less than 1,000 subscribers. If you're not familiar with Bryce DeCastro's Project Frankenstein, you should be.
Oh man, Bryce does have a super nice Ferd. If you like Ferds, go over and check out Bryce in Project Frankenstein.
In this classic mail call video, Bryce and his daughter open up mail from multiple viewers, including a surprise that's going to help him with his 74 F-250 project. So check it out. And of course, all the links to all the videos are in the description. So go ahead, click those, check out all the videos. A link to my channel is in there too, so be sure to hit that and subscribe.
That's cool, man. What about any shorts? Any you recommend?
Well, there was one short that really burned me up from Wasted Talent Fabrication. Check it out in the description. If I reviewed it, it would be longer than the video itself.
Man, is it just me, or are you changing hats and every time I come back to you?
That's a good question, Cletus. Here's what I figure. Now that I've done this new segment for you, those big endorsement deals should be rolling in real soon. I want to make sure the sponsors know what I like.
Yeah. Hopefully you get a bunch of sponsors off that, man. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, we don't know if it'll blow up, but hey, maybe. Midnight Road Garage, I appreciate that, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you stepping in and giving us some videos. Every week we're going to be doing this show, so if anybody would like to participate in either stories or doing a whole new segment, either funny or informative, reach out to me on email, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff with Cletus. All the links will be in the description. I appreciate everybody. Let's go on and move on. We're going to go on to a short story about Carvana. I've heard some great things about it, and I've heard some bad things about Carvana. Check out this short.
What to expect when spending $30K on a car from Carvana.
Car falls.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't be buying a car, but that's because I'm cheap and I like shit boxes. Next, let's talk about Weird Beard. If you haven't checked out his channel, make sure to go check it out. He has a Saturn that he's been working on. Unfortunately, sorry to ruin the story if you haven't got caught up. Transmission's still a no-go. Done. I'm sure, for some reason, he always picks up G6s, which, hey, they're pretty good cars. He picks them up, he flips them, he does good on them, so I can't blame him there. But he also works on, he's got a Nissan, or should I say a Datsun, that he's putting on a Nissan hardbody. Got a little Datsun pickup. He also has a GMC, I think it's a 71, I might be wrong on the year, but it is that body style, and it's pretty cool. He's building on that. And then he has a early 90s Ford F-150 that he's pulled the engine out and redoing that. And much more stuff. He does all kind of stuff. Guys, make sure to go check him out. Tell him Stuffwithcleatus sent you. I know he'd appreciate it, and he has a great channel, guys. Let's head up to Mongrels up in Canada and see what he has to say.
Thank you, Cletus. Well, welcome to our year in review of Mongrels Garage. As we look back in 2021, one thing became evidently clear: the push for environmentally friendly and EV vehicles was at the forefront. No one quite rocked this tune as hard as Chevy and General Motors, whose current CEO has taken the motherly approach of, you'll take what we give you and you'll like it. Now, this doesn't vary much from their corporate policy of the past, which has served them so well, especially in 2009. Moving on to the Chrysler and Dodge Corporation, they seem to be following closely on the heels of General Motors in that they are tired of producing such lame, unexciting, and uninspiring vehicles such as the Hellcat, the Demon, and the Red Eye, and decided to move to a much more economical approach, going so far as to develop an inline straight six, supposedly turbocharged, to replace the current V8 Hemi engine. Now, this harkens back to their wildly successful econo cars of the past. I can't see any problems with this Dodge. Way to go. Moving on over at the Blue Oval, it would seem that Ford has taken the approach of hold my beer, we've got this, bitches. Meanwhile, over at Tesla, Elon Musk was seen encouraging the three to keep up the good work. And in a related story, it would seem that the Environmental Protection Agency has unveiled its newest mascot, who promptly thanked the manufacturers for their cooperation. Well, this has been a year in review of Mongrel's Garage. Thank you for joining us. Back to you, Cletus.
Hey, that's some great information. Well, let's move on to some Tesla news. So, Tesla Cybertruck, being Tesla, had a unattainable date for the Cybertruck delivery. So they have all these people buying them. They told them they'd be delivered by this day, and of course they didn't make it. They pushed it back. They pushed it back again. They pushed it back. Now, if you go to the website, there is no date there at all. So, will the Cybertruck come out one day? Maybe. Speaking of Tesla, let's move on to Dudes with Wrenches for his Tesla update.
Dudes with Wrenches here. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about Tesla recalling 500,000 vehicles. Why would they do that? Maybe the batteries are imploding. Maybe the charging systems aren't working properly and people can't charge them at their homes correctly with adequate voltage. Maybe the tires are coming right off the wheels and they can't figure out how to get them back on. Why would this EV giant be recalling so many vehicles? Specifically, Model S's and Model 3s. Let's start with the Model 3, shall we? It could have many issues, right? I mean, it's electric cars. They're not built well. Maybe they're over-engineered. It says here, the Model 3s have a defective wiring harness that once the trunk is opened and closed too many times, it can cause damage. And then the screen doesn't work. So you can't see when looking at your screen and backing up, which could cause damage or danger to the people in the vehicle. Now, I don't know about you, but possible solutions for this is looking behind you while driving? Frunks. That's right, you heard it. Tesla's new front trunks. The front trunk latch becomes inoperable. And when the front trunk latch becomes inoperable, it releases itself while the vehicle is moving, which could cause tremendous safety issues, damage to our beloved Tesla, and possibly not allowing you to see where your self-driving car drives you. These are all very big problems. I mean, traditionally, no other car company has seen such insanely recallable items. A trunk latch and a backup camera malfunction. Well, I don't know about you, Cletus, but I'm pretty sure this is just standard stuff. And regularly Tesla would just take care of it in-house, but they had to make it official and recall 500,000 vehicles. Now, it's good that Tesla's just taking care of business and doing what any other car company should do when minor defects become so common that it could possibly cause injury. So, to anyone who owns a Model S or a Model 3, go get your frunk checked and go get your backup camera looked at because, hey, you wouldn't want to be caught not seeing your frunk. Back to you, Cletus.
Ford may be pushing more into EVs. I know lots of automakers are doing it, but Ford has actually refiled some of their trademark names. So they did this back in 2016 with the Maverick, and they also, at the same time, did the Thunderbird. The Maverick in 2022, this year, and they have released, and it's a truck now. It's a truck, but it's out, and compared to other things, it's actually affordable for a new car, as new cars go. So not only the Thunderbird name was released then, but also the Maverick. But this year, or should I say last year, December 23rd, 2021, they also did trademarks for the Escort, the Cortina, the Capri, the Granada, and the Orion. These cars, what they used to look like when they first came out, maybe future EVs, and maybe they do nothing with them, but we'll just have to wait and see. Let's move over and go back up to Canada and talk to Piston Twisted Garage, see what he has going on.
Thanks, Cletus. Hey everybody, it is Mark from Piston Twisted Garage, and I am still not wearing a tie. There are two things that are common between Canada and the US right now. Number one being the weather. It's cold. And number two, it's the same thing that's affecting our sports right now.
Cancelled because of COVID.
And for that very same reason, the Canadian International Auto Show in Toronto is now cancelled. I mentioned it a few weeks ago. That is where the inductees for the Canadian Autosport Hall of Fame were going to happen. That is done. So we're going to find out if it's in 23 now or if it's going to be done virtually. Now, a little bit of info for those on the eastern side of Canada. If you are looking to find out what is happening with car shows, because it is all pretty much up in flex, I want to take you over to this website here called Winnie's List. Now this is a cool website because you can go through and select what province you're in and then see what car shows are happening. On the Facebook page, very much the same thing. It's got all the info from the East Coast as well as some stuff going all the way into Ontario. It's going to have the latest information on what shows are planned, what is happening, what COVID may have canceled or delayed, as well as other dates that shows may have as a backup. So I'm going to do a little bit more digging onto the western and central parts of Canada to see if there's a website like this. There's not much info coming out of there right now aside from they suck. So with that, this week's episode from Canada is done, and Cletus, back over to you.
Hey, Piston Twisted. Man, I appreciate you. Y'all need to check his channel out. He's real close to monetization. He has subscribers. He's almost there on his watch hours. Go check out his stuff. You'll watch the crap out of him. And if you like it, give him a subscribe. Speaking of great channels, let's go over to Destroyer 1320 for some news from him.
Hey everybody! I am your host, Destroyer 1320, in here with your Cletus car news update. Thanks for having me on, Cletus. Appreciate it. Our first story comes from Hyundai. Hyundai has the Icon 5, Q5, and they found a cool way to recycle this thing. Engineers were tasked with how to recycle this EV vehicle. They turned it into an air purifier. I think they're kind of boring out there. I don't know. If I worked for Hyundai, I'd be very embarrassed. Let's see. In other news, we have in Detroit, the mayor has demolished the old AMC factory, and they're going to be putting in a new employment center. Why are you destroying a place that had jobs to make it Detroit for you? I don't know. Let's see. The Jeep Wagoneer and Jeep models will be getting an inline-six turbocharged motor that's replacing the V8 Hemi that's going to be smashed after 2023. Thanks, Dodge. Appreciate that. This inline-six is going to be called the Tornado. They haven't released horsepower numbers, but I hope it's not like a dust storm instead of tornado, but we'll wait and see. I don't know. Stellantis, you're not doing yourself any favors. In Ford news, the Mustang Mach-1 was released over in Australia, and the brochure had some, it had lies. Oh, lies! On the brochure. That said, it came with LED lights, it came with the Mach-1 floor mats, it came with this cool differential, when none of it was true. So they actually got fined for falsely advertising the Mach 1 and were forced to buy them back. Plus, they got a fine of $54,000 per vehicle that was sold. Yeah, come on. Whoever made the brochure, you're fired. Hey, down. And in Dodge news, the Elephant returns as part of the Direct Connection. That is the launch of their new performance parts division from Dodge that you'll be able to get all kinds of neat and cool parts, unless you have a naturally aspirated motor like me. And then they said, you don't get anything. So thanks, Dodge. If you have a Hellcat, they got some really cool stuff. If you have a Red Eye, they have some really cool stuff. If you want to build a drag car, they have really cool stuff. So in other words, if you want to buy an $80,000 car and put another $50,000 into it, go over to Direct Connection and take a look at it. Anyway, I will see you guys on the next one. Appreciate you. Back to you, Cleetus.
That's all, folks.
Appreciate that, Destroyer. That's freaking awesome, bro. Man, that great news. Great job, everybody that helped out today. Like I said, if you want to help out on another week, next week, or every other week after that, pretty much, we're going to do some more of these. So hit me up on an email, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, TikTok, all that stuff is going to be linked in the description. With saying that, the character Cleetus Main, which some of you guys like, will be back next week with a little twist. We'll see where we can go with that character. I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure to stay tuned right after this for the live. Also remember, all donations and all purchases at Stuffwithcleatus or swcmerch.com will be going towards the Volvo build in April. We appreciate everybody. Let's hustle up. Let's get out there and get that 5,000 sub goal for the year. I appreciate everybody. We'll see you right after this.